There's this lady who lives in Hyderabad. Her channel is all about how miserable her life is and how much she hates her life and how much she hates being in India and how much she wants to go back to Egypt and it's a lot better than here. She keeps talking about all her misery and people are like, we hope things get better with you, and they keep praying for her and stuff like that. This drove me crazy. I watched her once, I watched her twice, and then the third video was all wrong. She's saying wrong things about Indians. This doesn't happen here. Maybe it happens in your neighborhood, maybe it happens in your family, in your Indian family, but that doesn't mean that the 300 million people do the same. So this drove me crazy. And I don't know why I got angry. It's not even my country. But I just feel like, yeah, I belong here. I showed the video to Jafar, my husband, and I was like, this is really making me angry. And he was like, you know what? You start a YouTube channel and you prove her wrong. Show people the good side of India. And I was like, yeah, I want to do that.
That is Nahla Maty. She is an Egyptian YouTuber currently residing in India and creating content about India for the Arab countries. She has seen some incredible success and unprecedented growth with her YouTube channel, where she's gained more than 35,000 subscribers in less than 3 months. Wow. We dive deep into her journey, talk about how she chose to travel at a young age and how exploring different jobs got her to the situation she's in today. Another thing that's close to her heart is how social media can be toxic. There is a dark side to social media too, and how people spreading negativity on YouTube got her to start her channel, and how she chooses to run this channel alongside a full-time job. Stay tuned to understand a few commonalities and differences between Indians and Egyptians when it comes to upbringing, values, education, etc. that has stood out for her. So we go into a lot of details, and it's always great to get an external perspective of our country, an external perspective of how things are running here and how things are compared firsthand with the world outside. And I feel there's just oodles of value to be gained from this episode. So is this something that you're enjoying, something that you are interested in? Something that you're constantly waiting for the next episode to drop, then we'd love to know. It'll really help if you could drop us a comment below, and consider liking and sharing and subscribing to our channel. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get right to the episode. This is Nahla Maty. So yeah, I mean, I'm glad that you're here. I think there's just so much we can talk about, especially with the where you're at right now, and having, I feel, accomplished a lot, at your age itself, right? So maybe let's start with that for folks who don't know you. Maybe you can talk about who you are, where you're from, how did you get to India, because you're not Indian. You're our first non-Indian on our podcast. So yeah, so just walk us through that and let us know what your journey's been like.
Okay, my name is Nahla and I'm from Egypt. I came to India in 2017 when I was doing my internship with ISIC as a teacher, English teacher. Mm-hmm. And it was in Kerala. I was staying in a small town in Thrissur called Bangalore. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And I had a 4 months internship in Kerala. That's it.
Okay. All right. So you're originally from Egypt,
Cairo. Yeah.
Right. So could you just walk us through what your journey's been like there and how you got here and what you're up to right now?
Okay. So I finished high school and I started my college. I was studying business information system, which is actually business administration and computer science at the same time.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I studied all things related to business, economics, these kind of stuff. And at the same time, I studied Java and programming and these kind of
It's
stuff.
all part of the same course.
Yeah, but they meet in the middle in e-commerce.
Okay.
So that was the main thing in
Right.
the middle. And beside the business part, they taught us like economics and these kind of things, accounting.
Okay.
And beside in the IT part, they taught us like C++ and these kind
The
of
coding
things.
as well, yeah.
Heavy coding. So some people after college, they take this major. Some
Yeah.
people take this
Don't.
major, and
Right.
some people go to the e-commerce.
Right.
So I didn't do any of that, obviously. And
Why so? Why obvious? Was that not your
no,
calling?
I didn't want to join this college. Actually, I wanted fine arts.
Okay.
And I took the tests for like drawing and these kind of things, and I got accepted in 3 different colleges.
Okay.
But I didn't get the score. It was like 0.5% difference between my high school score and what they want.
So we as Indians, we know that 0.5%. You know how it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was so frustrating, and I could have joined a private college, but it will be limiting me from other things that I want because they have more work.
Right.
I prefer a government one.
Okay.
While I was studying, I was also working as a telesales.
Okay.
And it was it was a coincidence. I didn't mean to like work. It was a summer thing,
Okay. Okay.
And I was actually selling magazines over the phone.
Oh, okay.
And it was so interesting because I was selling Islamic magazines for women only, not men.
Okay.
It's a woman magazine.
Okay.
Who recently converted to Islam and they don't know anything about it.
Got it.
So it was so interesting because we as a culture, we know a lot about Islam because it's like 90% people are Muslim.
Right.
And they are new so to the religion, so they don't know. So it was kind of like too much fun, and at the same time I'm doing it with passion, and at the same time it's a job.
Right.
So I learned a lot. It
Okay.
improved my English, it improved my sales skills.
Oh, you were pitching in English? You were talking,
Yeah.
conversing in English itself?
It's in UK, US and Australia.
Oh,
We were
this
selling-
wasn't targeted at Egypt.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you, in Egypt, it's all like, we're all Muslims,
Right,
almost,
right,
90%.
Right.
So we know more about Islam because we're born this way.
Of course.
But people who want to buy the magazine who register online,
Yeah.
which we call them,
Yeah.
are people who are like recently in the religion, they don't know anything.
Right.
So they keep asking questions and they're so like happy when we call. So it was so fun. It wasn't like the irritating sales calls,
Right. Yeah.
They approach us first.
Right.
So yeah, it started there, and I was hoping for just a summer job for 2 or 3 months, but I kind of stayed there for 4 years of
Okay.
my college.
Wow. Oh, so this is through college.
Yeah.
Okay.
From the mid-year vacation of first year till I graduated.
Okay. So you're allowed to work as
Yeah.
well while you study.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can.
Okay.
And even I signed the papers and everything legal. It's not
Right.
like a school thing, no.
Yeah.
And it was kind of fun. Everybody's young, so yeah, I
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
Right. Yeah. Where did that lead you?
I was a junior, then I became a senior, then I became a team leader. Then they moved me to the security team, which is like the advanced thing in the
Yeah.
company.
Okay.
Which like I get security I make sure that the sales went 100% clear and the customer understands everything.
Right.
So that's like the advanced thing in the company. So yeah, so I finished the graduation project and I kind of took a break for 3 months. And then in August 2016, I went abroad for the first time.
Okay.
I went to Morocco with my mom and my sister.
Okay.
It was actually meant to be for my sister only. She was going with Isaac.
Okay. Oh, so she was part of ISEC at that point.
No, she didn't. She applied. She got accepted, and she was going.
Okay.
But then she was like, "I'm not gonna do this."
Okay.
But I already booked the flight ticket. So she told my mom, "Would you like to come with me?" So my mom was like, "Yeah." My mom loves traveling. She went to a lot of countries.
Right.
And my mom was like, "Yeah, I'll come."
Yeah.
And then I was
Why
like,
not?
And then I was like,
Why are you
"Please take
leaving?
me."
Why are you leaving me behind?
Yeah, exactly. I want to come too.
Yeah, and it's Morocco.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So much fun.
Yeah. Wait, did you go to Marrakech?
I went to Marrakesh, Casablanca, Fez. There's that beautiful city who nobody mentions. It's called Essaouira.
Okay.
It's Souaira.
Okay.
It's amazing. It's like even better than Chefchaouen, the blue city.
Okay.
I actually found it like better than this as well.
Okay.
So I went to all these places and I felt like I'm in France. I didn't feel like I'm in an Arab country or anything. It has all the mosques and people are dressed like Islamic way and everything. But the vibe and the language and everything, they speak French. Everything is like, the shop says like patisserie, gâteau, these kind of French things that makes you feel like I'm flying. So yeah, I had so much fun there. I stayed there for 18 days.
Okay.
And we went to all these cities.
Yeah.
And my mom is like not old at all. She just was going up and down mountains and stuff like that. She had no problem.
Yeah.
And then I came back end of August. It was 25th or something.
Yeah.
And I did nothing till I worked, I guess, in a school. I don't even remember. But it didn't last long. It was like
couple of months?
No, not even that.
Oh,
like
okay.
1 month, 1 month and a half.
Okay.
Because in the middle, my sister and me, we were so bored, and we were like kind of searching for something new to do, and we kept asking our parents, and we were like, "What do we do?" And we came to a point that we decided to host a foreigner at home.
Okay.
So we can like exchange culture and at the same time renew the energy at home,
Right.
I have another sister, but she's gynecologist. She's outside home most of the time.
Okay.
So that's why I will not mention her a lot.
Sure. Yeah.
We posted our home on Airbnb.
Okay.
And the first request, and I guess the only request that came was from ISIC people.
Okay.
And two guys approached my sister and they were like, we have a batch coming to Egypt and it has a lot of girls, and what do you think if one of them come?
Yeah.
And we were like, yeah, that's what we care about. We just want a girl because we're three sisters.
Right.
Oh my god, I was saying two sisters.
Yeah, you're like completely when she sees this. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, Alia. Then he was like, most probably she'll be from Brazil because there were, they have a home for them, stay together, and they wanted a family host for two of them only, two girls. Okay. One from Slovakia and one from Brazil. Okay. So yeah, it kind of happened that the Brazilian girl is the one who came. They came to our home first, they checked the home, it's a safe area, everything. They looked at the bed that she's gonna sleep on, everything, and they took pictures and they sent it to her. She was so happy, and she came after 2 weeks. Yeah, and she stayed at our home for 45 days, 1 month and a half. Wow. Yeah, and during that time, that was November. I remember very well because this is a time change in Egypt. Okay. Where the dollar went from £7 to £15. Whoa. In a day, overnight. Whoa. Yeah. And do you know why? Just the economy. Okay. No, because you studied economy, so I'm no. Okay. I don't know why, but sure. I know why, but I don't know how to say it in English. It's okay. Wait, I can tell you why, but it kind of. I will explain to you, and maybe there is a word in English for that. Of course. Okay. But when the currency keeps coming down, at some point they just lower it suddenly, so it won't lose its value at all. Got it. Yeah. I don't know so it's basically balancing of inflation and whatnot. I mean, okay, sure, absolutely, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it dropped overnight. Overnight. Wow. And this is when she's staying with you? Okay. And she was so happy, of course, because she has dollars, and it was worth a lot now. Yeah. And everything became expensive, even the petrol, everything. You can't imagine. Yeah. It was like £1, then it became like £6 or £4 out of a sudden. Now it's like 7 or something. Wow. Yeah. £1 is 4.7 rupees. Okay, got it. Okay. And we traveled to Alexandria. That's a city in Egypt, in top left.
Yeah.
coast.
Yeah.
And we traveled to Dahab, which is a place
So
in
you
Sinai.
you are basically traveling with this girl who's staying at home.
Yeah,
with you guys.
her group were like a lot of people.
Yeah.
From many countries like Mexico, Tunisia, Slovakia, Romania, Canada, Bolivia, a lot of Ecuador, a lot of places.
Right.
And I used to travel with them. I was just a host. I wasn't an intern.
Yeah.
But they just loved my presence. They used to ask me to come, you know.
Okay, so they had no issues with you.
Yeah. Even though the Slovakian girl was staying in a home as well with another girl, but she didn't travel with us that much, even though she was a host just like me.
Okay, got it. Okay.
So yeah, I traveled with them almost everywhere.
Right.
And the last travel was to Aswan. It's a place in South Egypt.
Okay.
Which is full of like these kind of sphinx and monuments and
Okay.
statues.
Okay,
It's
right.
beautiful. Anyone visiting Egypt, you have to go there.
Right.
And at that time, it just hit me the idea of why can't I just do the same like them? Why can't I just travel like them? Just like how we hosted them, or they had so much fun in Egypt, and they were like a group together, exchanging culture.
Yeah.
I can do the same.
Yeah.
So the guy who I spoke to was the Colombian guy who was in the group. And I was like, what do you think? He was like, amazing, awesome, do that, and I'll push an opportunity from my side. And
Okay.
he was so excited.
Yeah.
And this is how I got an opportunity in Colombia. And I also approached my neighbor.
Yeah.
He lives next door. I asked him, because he was in Isaac.
Yeah.
He was volunteering in Isaac, so I asked him what do I do, and he told me everything. And he also found me multiple opportunities in many countries.
Right.
And one of them is Vietnam. I want to go there really bad.
Yeah.
I love that country.
Okay.
But they had problem with hijab, and they didn't want a teacher with hijab.
Okay.
So what I got accepted in is Colombia and India.
Okay.
And it was Hyderabad. It wasn't Kerala.
Okay.
It was Hyderabad. And I went home and I told my parents. I had the interview with the principal of the school.
Okay.
It was a teaching opportunity.
Yeah.
And it went all fine. And he told me, okay, I want you. When can you come? I was like, I can come tomorrow. I have no problem. I just need the visa.
Right. Yeah.
So I went to my parents and I told them, and they completely refused. They were like, forget about it.
Why though?
India is not safe. India, they kill people there.
Okay.
They kidnap people. You know, these conceptions.
Yeah.
You can choose another country, not India and stuff like that. And they weren't against traveling. They were against India.
Okay. Got it. Yeah.
So they were completely against it. You can't imagine. Like, it was a big fight at home and I kept crying and stuff like that. And they were like, forget about it.
Right.
And then 2 weeks later, I got another call from another school. And it's in Kerala, that Kudangalur, and it's called Ora Edify. And I asked my parents, and they didn't even say a word. They were like, "Okay, go."
Is it because of all the crying?
I don't know. I have no idea. They don't have any idea about India. They don't know like this is safe, this is not. They don't know anything.
Right.
They just said no and yes. That's it.
And Hyderabad's a relatively bigger place compared to place near the shore, right?
And for us. In Egypt, before I didn't know anything about India. I am not a Bollywood person who watches like Indian movies and these things, because there are a lot of people in Egypt who are crazy about the culture.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But for me, I didn't know anything. I didn't even watch a single Indian movie except Slumdog Millionaire.
Okay.
That's it. And it's not actually 100%.
That's not even
exactly.
Indian.
It's not 100% Indian anyway.
Right.
And you know, the movie is full of slums and
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's just the biggest perception that people outside India have, but apart from a lot of other things too. But yeah, I get.
I didn't create any. It's not my personality. I don't create an image of something before I do it or try it myself. I'm not a word of mouth person at all.
Okay.
I don't listen and do and these kind of stuff. But so it was for me. It was just a country. Just like I tell you, Nigeria.
Yeah.
It's just a country,
Yeah.
So for me, India was the same. And what we know about India is Mumbai, Delhi, and Kolkata.
Okay, right. Yeah, that
And
makes
if
sense.
you're like, you read and these kind of stuff, you would know Hyderabad. That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
But we don't know Kerala, we don't know Tamil Nadu, we don't
Yeah.
know these places at all.
Right.
So for me, Kerala was like, where is it? And I kept Googling,
Yeah.
And when I saw the pictures, I was like, this is not real. This can't
It's
be
all
real.
made up. Okay. And I'm sure Kerala is showcased like this,
Yeah.
the God's own country.
God's own country, and I was like, is this real? Or is it just a place that, because if you write Egypt, it will show pyramids only.
Right. Yeah.
So is this the place that they are showing off?
Yeah.
Or is it the whole state is like
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
I didn't know, and I kept bragging about it, like I'm going there. Look at these lakes and all. And I told my friends, like, yeah, my parents agreed I'm traveling. And then my best friend, her name is Rana. It's a girl's name in Egypt.
Okay.
Because I know it's here, it's a guy.
Right.
She heard it, and I told her, why don't you come with me?
Okay.
And she was like, okay, let me ask my parents. And she's like, daddy's little girl, these kind of people.
Of course. Yeah.
And she was like, I can never leave my mom. I'm so attached. I was like, it's just 3 months.
Yeah.
Just come.
Yeah. Just come along.
And she was like, okay, I'll ask. And then they also agreed right away. And she didn't even have an interview with them. They said, like, it's your friend? Okay, bring her.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
But her internship was not in Bangalore. It was in Printil Manna.
Okay,
which is another place in also Trishur. No,
Malappuram, right, yeah. North side of Kerala, right.
Yeah. So we weren't together, but we were together.
Yeah.
You got
at least you left together.
Yeah,
right.
We left. No, we didn't even.
Oh, okay.
Left. Oh my God, I don't remember.
That's okay.
Did we travel together? I don't. Yeah, we left together. Yes.
Okay. See, I know.
Yeah, we left together because I remember the long transit. Yeah. So yeah, we left together, and but because I got confused because I got the visa a lot before her, like 2 weeks before her or something. So yeah, we left together and we arrived together, and there was a guy waiting for us and everything with those
the boards.
signs.
Yeah.
it was. I felt so important at that time.
Take me to the lakes.
Yeah, exactly. I was the first thing. That shocked me is the weather. It's too hot. It's too hot in Egypt as well, I can't deny, but it's dry.
Yeah.
It's like you feel like,
humid here.
Yeah,
right?
you feel like your face is in Egypt. You feel like your face is burning. It's like too hot and dry. You feel like you're gonna die now.
Like an oven.
Yeah. But in Kerala, it's like too much sweat. You're sweating. It's not like that in Egypt. You're sweating, and you can't breathe.
Yeah, that's worse. The humidity makes
it's
it feel...
it's not worse or better. It's what you're used to.
Yeah, I mean, it's a personal preference at the end of the day, right? Yeah.
It's what you're used to. So if you tell the same to Jafar, my husband, it will be a lot better for him to stay in Kerala, not in Cairo. It's even though both are too hot.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the first thing that I noticed, and the second thing is the men wearing skirts. That was a shock for me. Later I understood that this is not a skirt.
That's the best way someone's ever described a dhoti, but or a mundu. But oh my God, yeah, we men wear skirts, just like Scottish people. Of course. Oh man.
For me, that was like a shock.
Yeah.
Like why? And the guy is like wearing too formal a shirt, and he's putting a pen. Everything, and at the end there is a skirt. So it didn't make any sense to me. That's the worst thing, to be honest.
And so how did you end up in Bangalore finally? How is it that I assume you got hitched, you got married?
Yeah.
And is that what got you here?
Yes.
Okay.
So my husband was in Kerala, then he found a job in Bangalore. So this is where he lives now. It's been 2 years.
How was your approach or experience with Bangalore very different from Kerala?
Okay.
I'm sure it's very different, right?
There are a lot of things to say that my friends in Kerala will kill me.
No, you should go for it because I'm a Malayali. So there's no, I mean, I think you need to, give people a very clear idea of what outsiders experience and the perception they come with, and then what you actually experience. And of course, there are a lot of perception about Bangalore too, right? So yeah.
Okay, as a foreigner, and being 100% honest, I like Kerala more.
Okay.
Than Bangalore, and if it wasn't hot there and the jobs weren't those kind of jobs, I would definitely choose it there, not here.
Is it because of Lulu Mall?
Maybe. Actually, that's one of the reasons. I can't say no. And I don't feel like a stranger there, because people, like 70% of the people who are there have been to Dubai, or is going to Dubai, or who has relatives there, So they are taking a lot from the Arabic culture. They're actually wearing like us,
right?
Eating like us, everything.
Yeah.
Of course they didn't lose their identity or anything, but if you go to a supermarket, you will be happy.
Yeah.
That's it, as an Arab.
Yeah.
And I met a lot of Arabs in Lulu Mall, from Saudi, from Lebanon, from a lot of places.
Okay.
So, and I don't have any problem to go approach someone and talk to a stranger. I'm fine.
Yeah.
So I met a lot of people. So I don't feel like an outsider there. I don't feel like an outsider in India, but I don't feel foreigner in Kerala, and I like that. I don't like being a point of attention, or I don't like that.
Right.
The only problem in whole India is people staring.
Yeah, of course.
Just because I don't think I look different. I think I dress differently.
Yeah.
So I like Kerala more, and the differences between Kerala and Bangalore, I guess Bangalore people are more open, but they are most of the people I've met here are people who are not living with their families, and that's something that Bangalore is missing, I guess.
Okay, got it.
A lot of people are living with their parents, of course, and families,
right.
and stuff like that, but not like Kerala. And that's something I love. It's not something I don't like about Bangalore, but it's more of something I like about Kerala.
Right.
When you go to a home, you feel like
it's a homely feeling.
Home, and that's something common between also India and Egypt.
I'd like you to talk a little bit more about that. What are the certain similarities you see, and also a lot of things that are different, and perception and whatnot, with upbringing to just habits to maybe whatever it is, right? Even with education to career and all of that.
Education, I think India is better.
Okay.
If we had this conversation like 15 years ago, I would say equal.
Okay.
But now it's getting worse. In Egypt, education became about money.
Okay.
How much do you pay for your school?
Right.
What's your school name? That's all of it. But what do you actually learn? And because I worked in schools, I know. I worked in 2 schools and like 3-4 nurseries. So, and I also worked in a school in India, so I know the difference. People here learn. Okay. They learn. Right. But there, they just like socialize. I don't know. They learn, of course.
Right.
Of course.
Yeah.
But it's rare to find a good school.
Okay. Some
schools are just about names and annual fees.
Payment.
Yeah. So I thank God I'm not in this I'm not in school
anymore.
Yeah. Thank God I was in school like
at that point
when there was actually an education.
Yeah.
And similarities and differences.
Yeah.
I will try to say as much as I can.
Yeah, sure.
But similarities are first thing, moms.
Okay.
The mom in both countries are kind of the same.
Okay.
They get too much into your life. You have to ask for
space.
Yeah. Every day. And there's nothing called children rights, or you're not supposed to hit your kid or anything.
Yeah.
Moms hit, no problem.
Yeah.
But I heard that here they hit with that chapati thing.
The rolling pin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Egypt they hit with slippers and and what hangers,
Yeah,
you know, the
yeah,
clothes hanger.
yeah,
It
yeah.
hurts a lot. It's so bad.
Yeah,
And so moms are same.
yeah,
Even the way of thinking, like you have to go to this college, we care so much about your future kind of mom.
yeah.
Same in both countries.
So do you see that, that same sort of path that most people follow, where you finish your 12th, you graduate, get a job, go post-graduation, you see that same thing happening there and here as well? Okay, all right.
Same exact thing.
Okay.
My husband didn't go to college, and this is not something that I don't think it's something that is bad or anything, because in Egypt, if you can't not go to college, it's just a circulation of life. You don't have the option.
Yeah.
So when I met him, and I knew that he didn't go, he actually went for 1 year and he just dropped it.
Right.
But I didn't feel like it's different or he's missing anything. Actually, he knows a lot more than me. So I don't know why do we still have to go to college immediately after finishing high school?
Yeah.
Because he joined open college, and he's so happy and he's learning stuff that he wants to learn. Not a decision that he took when he was 18.
Right.
Because at that time, you don't have to take the right decision of going to the right college, right?
Right.
Either you go to the college that your friends are going to, or the college that your parents chose for you.
Right.
At that age.
Yeah. And you're too young to kind of
young to decide. And at that age, I think you should see more of the world, travel. That's how you're gonna learn. That's actually how you're gonna learn. Have an internship, do something, learn something. But college, it could be later. It could be later for sure. If I ever have kids in my life, I would definitely give them the freedom to choose. You want to go to college, go to college. If you don't want, stay.
Yeah.
So that's something that needs to change about both countries.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I've always felt our education system is a little flawed, to be very honest. And this is not in continuation, but just something because the topic came up, right? In the sense that there are a lot of things that are taught to you, and there is no focusing or honing skills as such. It's more about you understanding everything, and you need to know everything in depth. You don't need to really do that, because you will probably not use 99% of it anyway. And the chances are the 1% too, you probably won't use it, and you'll have to learn on the job, or you'll have to pick it up as you go. So like you said, now it's reached a point where people have started realizing that, that's one part of it. You have classes and colleges and all of that, curriculum. But you can also go back home and Google it and learn things on your own. But that all comes down to whether... Yeah, exactly, YouTube. And the fact that you can, you have the option to do that, but people are still not doing it, and not most people do that anyway. Just because there's content available, it doesn't mean anything.
Available, so it became meaningless.
Yeah, exactly. And it's become, the mindset is that you anyway have content. So if I need to learn, I can go and learn. Why do I need to learn it right now? That's the mentality. So if something comes my way, I will learn it then. And then I had this conversation with the guest yesterday, and he was talking about the next step, which is basically you acquire knowledge. But just acquiring knowledge is not good enough. So let's say you've started doing your research, but have you started using it somewhere? That's another thing, right? So
that's the whole completely different.
Yeah, exactly. So each one of these things are different steps to, I'd say, different levels of exposure and very different sort of experiences altogether. But it just doesn't. You don't see everyone following that. But the moment they say, "What are you going to do next?" I'm going to go to college. Why? Because everyone's doing that, right? And what are you going to do in college? Well, let's look at the most obvious degrees.
Reputed.
And, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like you said, that's true here too, by the way. The whole names, institutes, they work off of rankings and whatnot. So if someone in the college by chance gets a good rank, it's flaunted everywhere. You see all these big posters saying, hey, first rank and second rank and whatever. And that kind
Even
of
on
shoots them.
schools, they put boards that these people got this much
Yeah.
percentage.
But I can quite honestly assure you that it's not mostly because of effort from school.
Yeah,
Most
it's
of
the
them.
kid.
It's just the kid. And it could also be outside tuition. It could be outside help. It could be...
Parents.
Yeah, anything. It could be so many factors. But you can't solely rely or fall back on that. But having said that...
They refer to themselves at the end.
Yeah, correct. But there could be some, maybe you never know. There could be like a diamond in the haystack, a sort of a teacher who just, motivates students. It's there too. Yeah, you never know. But but I feel, especially at a young age, and I've kind of made this my, I'd say the sort of direction I've been taking with my life is to kind of help younger folks, because even when I was young, I didn't know who to talk to about all these things and how I should be going about whatever it is.
That's
but
nice.
Yeah, and you always think about whether you're going to embarrass yourself, right? Or if I ask this, is it am I supposed to be asking these things? I mean, there's never a wrong question, because actions speak louder than words. So if you have a question, ask it, but then you know you're doing something wrong and you continue doing it, that's a different thought altogether. Don't do that. So ask a question before you make a mistake. That's okay, but don't make a mistake knowing it's a mistake, right?
True.
Yeah. So those are things I have tried to at least help folks out with, try and kind of bridge those gaps or those barriers. But yeah, and no, I'm also figuring it out like as I'm going through it. So yeah,
Experiencing.
yeah. So that's the thing. So this whole education, the mentality that people have, I feel it's very irrelevant of where you come from. There's some notion of it, right? There's some percentage of this is the right thing to do. We just need to do it, right? But like you said, a simple thing like a gap year, right after you're done with your your 12th, maybe the person wants to travel, maybe the person wants to explore, maybe
This has to change, because actually most of the people who are successful in their life, a big percentage of them didn't even finish their education.
Yeah, of course.
They just found their path. That's it.
Yeah.
People have been fired, people have been they dropped out of school, whatever reason. They are the most successful now. So
Yeah.
people should stop thinking this way.
Yeah, and like you said, with family and with just acquaintances, friends, people around you, all trying to butt their noses in and say, this is probably the right thing you should be doing, or question you why are you doing this, right? It's better to take the approach of, tell me why you're doing this, so that way we can help you, rather than saying, why are you doing this? You shouldn't be doing it. That's a very, it's the wrong way to ask the right question.
I have a lot of negative comments that come on my channel.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't find a better country than India, why did you go there?
Yeah.
These kind of questions, I feel like, oh my god, you don't know, then don't talk.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know, you haven't been here.
Yeah.
Why do you have this background of that actually my mom had? Like, don't go to India because you might get kidnapped there.
Yeah.
Why do people think this way? Have you ever been there before?
Yeah.
Like, we it's not about India or Egypt, it's about all countries. Like, you have the background that, for example, Italians are too loud, or Mexicans have a lot of drugs and guns.
Yeah.
It might not be like that there, right?
And there could be instances here and there, but that's there everywhere, right?
You think Egypt is not safe just because we had a revolution in 2011, and you think it's still happening, and that was actually 10 years ago or 9 years.
Yeah.
So yeah. A country like, for example, Saudi Arabia, it's so religious and stuff like that, but it's not like that at all.
Yeah.
It's at least now, at least the past 2 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, we really need to stop also stereotyping the countries, stereotyping colleges, stereotyping everything. It's not just going to college, but it's also going to the good college.
Right.
If you take, for example, in Egypt, I don't know about India. In Egypt, if you go to hospitality and what is it called, hospitality and tourism college, it's like a shame. It's like Poor guy, he went to this college, he just got this score. Even though he might have got a good score, and he just shows it.
Yeah.
And he just wants to work in a hotel, he wants to be a manager in a hotel.
Yeah.
That's his passion.
Yeah.
Why is it a shame? Why does he have to go to engineering and medicine,
Yeah.
And fine arts as well is like, yeah, people there don't do anything, they just draw the whole day. It's like, what? So yeah.
Yeah, that's the same thing here. It's easier for you to face the world if you are basically doing what the world's doing, right? But now, at least of late, I've started seeing a lot of parents, a lot of families, maybe coming out of their shell and maybe opening their minds because of other stories, and they talk about how
I think
maybe,
those parents are the first kids who were at that age
that's possible too.
given a chance.
Yeah, it's possible.
Speak.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the other way around, or
Yeah.
they didn't have the chance to speak, so they're not doing it with their kids.
Exactly. Yeah. So and it all comes down to experiences, right? It could be your experience. It could be someone else's experience. I've seen perceptions change even within my family where they have a very strong belief with something, but the moment someone close to them talks about, let's say, I know this, my nephew, he had this serious issue and he couldn't maybe complete his education. So maybe he's not meant for that. So
Exactly.
then the moment that person's telling that story to someone else, and if that person's close to you, you kind of make, there's an impact. Right? So like, okay, so if I see that someone's going down the path, it could be my own kids.
Exactly, definitely. Have you seen a movie called Spelling the Dream?
No.
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
It talks about that there is a spelling competition that runs in US every year.
I know this. It's a lot of Indian.
It's all Indians.
Yeah.
And I like it. I like the concept of Indians taking the lead in that, and all the participants are Indians, or 90% of them are Indians. It's a nice thing. But the way you see the parents talking about, like, how my kid is genius, and don't limit him in this. Don't limit him in, like, you can't do anything else. You just have to learn more words so you can win this competition. Why? And they're little kids, literally little kids.
Yeah.
8 years old, 12 years old maximum.
Yeah.
Some are 4 and 5, and they need to learn all the words so they can win the competition. Like, it's so pathetic, and at the same time, it's so nice. So you get these mixed feelings of that movie. You need to watch it.
Yeah, of course. There's just this is one aspect of it, right? There are like two sides of the coin to education. What about career-wise? What's the kind of situation in Egypt, and what have you seen in India, at least with your experience?
In India, I haven't seen much.
Okay.
I only got a chance as a job in Aura Edify, the school, and there was an internship. The teachers who were in the school was getting less payment than I was, because I'm a foreigner, and this is also something that we have in Egypt. Foreigners get paid more, and I have no idea why. They're people, and they're doing the same job. So they're not robots or anything. But I thought maybe because I wouldn't go for a lesser salary. I wouldn't move to another country for the lesser salary. Maybe that's the reason. But if you're living in the country, you will take like anybody else. Maybe. The only real job opportunity I got is the hub, and it's the first and only and last one I applied for, and I got accepted, and I'm working there right now. So I don't have much experience with the Indian, so I'll tell you the Egyptian and you compare it. So the Egyptian works with the, what is it called? I don't know the exact term, but if your father or uncle or someone that you know works in this company, you will easily get there.
Right. Yeah, of course. It's a family business, right?
Not family business.
Not even business. Oh, just if you have worked there, you have
a reference or a relative, or even your friend works there. You might get a chance. You have a better chance.
Right.
And this is so bad. This is so bad, because some people deserve much better. They stay in lower positions with lower salaries just because they don't know anyone. They don't know anyone who works in an important company or a multinational. They keep working in the same job because they can't get a better one. They're not happy. They're not productive, which is the most important thing. They're bored with their life. They just get salary to save and spend it all on either their kids' education or traveling the summer vacation. That's it. That's their life. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is, of course, proving yourself and going up the hierarchy, which is also something I hate. It's like, okay, it's important in every company, but when you go up the hierarchy, positions are lesser. So if you're an executive, there are a lot of executives like you.
Yeah.
But if you're a senior, there are less, and then managers are less, and then heads are less, stuff like that. So not everybody gets the chance, even though it might be everybody deserve it. Some people get the chance just because they can speak loud, just because they know how to talk.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should say this, but they're kissing ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're friends with the manager, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is how it works in Egypt.
Yeah.
And I can't say everywhere, but what proves it the most is the last crisis of coronavirus and how many people got fired.
Yeah.
My sister is one of them. She was working in Americana, a multinational company, who has the branding of Pizza Hut, TGI Fridays, KFC, all these brands in the Middle East.
Got it. Okay.
Whole Middle East.
Okay.
And she was the project manager in Egypt.
Okay.
So she was the one who designs these brands' restaurants in all of Egypt.
Got it. Okay.
And she's been in the company for more than 4 years. And they just let her go because it's Corona. We're not gonna build any new branches, and we don't need you. And the person above her was like, just keep them, because at least unpaid leave, because we will need them in
later. Yeah.
at least 6 months or something. They were like, no, we don't want them. We don't want to bear the hassle.
Why though? I've never understood that. Right. I mean, it's a smarter option to at least have a fallback. Right. I don't know. Like you said, it took something at this scale, at this level, to kind of uncover these job security issues. I talk around this with all my guests, how everyone thinks you're part of an MNC, there's job security for life and you're good to go.
Yeah.
But
I don't know how it reflected in India on jobs. People lose their jobs. I don't know. But for me, my experience with the hub, there's no money coming in.
Yeah.
We're still working.
Yeah.
We're still doing things that will reflect in the future.
Yeah.
Which is something very nice. Like, we didn't stop. That's something very nice. And also the salaries didn't stop. He didn't fire Azan, the one who owns the hub.
Yeah.
He didn't fire anyone.
Yeah.
Even though he doesn't have any cash flow coming in.
Right.
And this is, I don't know if it's kind of him or nice of him, or is it smart? I don't know. He even doesn't know.
Yeah.
But he just knew that I can't destroy somebody else's life or family just because there is a virus going on.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it went in companies. You tell me.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Did people fire?
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the company I was part of previously, right? At one point. So I used to be a consultant in a technology firm. So I was in IT pretty much. And most folks are like, this company is not going to be affected by any of this. It's tech. They can still work from home, all of that. But like I keep telling a lot of people time and again that all of these things are connected. Like every business is connected across industries, verticals and whatnot. So
yeah, true. My husband is a UI designer.
Yeah.
And he works for a company that actually serves students who study abroad.
Got it.
So if there are no students studying abroad, there's no company.
Yeah.
So he's not gonna get a job. So it's not because he's working online.
Yeah.
Doesn't
matter. Yeah. So it's all intertwined.
Connected.
Yeah, it's all connected, right? So it was just a matter of time. Initially, all these tech companies, they fell back on all their investments and whatever they had. But when shit hit the roof or the fan, it kind of became a situation that affected all these companies. So even the one I was working for, a lot of people, about 5-10% of the
left.
Indian, had to be, were asked to leave, right? So it's a, I don't know, it's a, like I said, it's a,
sad.
If this didn't happen, I don't think anyone would have really understood that. Maybe this might open certain people's eyes, certain families' eyes, and say, okay, so maybe MNC, the best MNC coming to your college for recruitment, or maybe the best MNC out in the city is the one you should be taking. the two, three criteria factors which people weigh out are either how big the company is or the kind of money it pays, along with a few other things, maybe which location it's in. But I feel the biggest question is never asked, right? What are you looking to gain out of this? It can't just be the company benefiting from you. You need to talk about what you're benefiting from the experience as well, right? So those are questions that are never asked. Even with and you see, I'm sure that's the same thing back home with you as well. The families ask those kind of questions, say, yeah, that's the kind of job you should be taking. But what about what you personally want? And the thing is, no one even thinks about that because that's never a question.
I never thought about that before coming to India. But when I came here, I did what you're saying. When I was looking, I wanted a fun place with people my age, and I wouldn't feel like I'm going to work. Like I have to wear office clothes and I have to wake up early. You know, these kind of jobs. I don't want that, because the last company I've been to in Egypt wasn't like that. You had flexible working hours. You have to just get your work done. If you want to sit on the roof, if you want to sit downstairs, if you want to sit at home, it's up to you.
Yeah.
So I kind of got used to it, and I find this is the right way. If you don't feel comfortable working, you will not work.
Right.
You will find a way to not work. You have your laptop. Nobody knows what you're doing on it except you. So it's not because you're sitting on a desk you're working.
Yeah.
And this is the best way you can get what outcome from someone. Even Azan, when he gives us a task, he doesn't say like he calls and he says like do this. No, he doesn't. He'd be like, when you are free, please do blah blah blah. Yeah. Even though we're in lockdown, he should like give orders and all.
Yeah.
But he doesn't. He just, when you're free, do this, please. Yeah. And he just assigns
and it's on you to pick up.
Yeah. And if you're responsible enough, or if you know how the business is going, if he's giving you all the dimensions of how the business is going, you will feel the responsibility of this has to be done now. If you're asking me to do a website thing because he got a request on the website and it's not updated, I have to do it now. Otherwise, I don't care about the hub or Azan, or I don't care about anything. Yeah. But if I do it now, that means I care, and I care. So this is how. If you're starting a new company, I think this is what you need to root in your team.
Yeah.
That you should give them all the edges and sides of your project. And if you have any problem or a financial issue or anything, they need all to know. Don't be ashamed or shy or anything. Just tell everything out. So that when something happens, good, they will all be happy. Yeah. If something happens bad, you will all handle it.
Yeah,
that's the best thing.
Yeah. So I think we should talk about the next obvious thing, something we haven't spoken about. The fact that you've moved on to YouTube and you're also doing that along with your job. So I keep telling a lot of people, and this is another, a constant, a regular evergreen topic on this podcast, which is you don't need to quit your job to do something that you like. No. You don't need to completely jump ship, invest full time. Maybe a time might come when you see that's the ideal path for you, and that's when it feels right to you.
Yeah.
But there's no harm in trying things out. There's no harm in getting started. So the fact that you started, if I'm not wrong, you started your YouTube channel about 2-3 months ago. And the fact that
30th of May.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And the fact that it's grown like tremendously, right, is incredible. I can't even stress on this enough, and I'm sure our viewers and listeners will probably head on down to your channel and check it out. But disclaimer: the entire channel is in Arabic, and that's the thing. I feel
it's subtitled.
Of course, yeah. But then you really have picked the right category, the right niche. You have picked out what you wanted to carve a space out in, and you decided this is what I'm going to do, and this is what I've wanted to really do all along. And I don't need to quit my job and do this full time, but I can start here, and then maybe who knows where it goes, right? So maybe walk us through what your YouTube journey has been, and what is the channel all about?
The channel is all about India.
Okay.
And the best thing about it is that I don't talk about myself, which people are pushing me to do it. Mm-hmm. They want to know the story behind my marriage or these kind of personal stuff. I don't want.
Now we have our podcast for that.
True. Yeah. But these stories I don't mind saying to anyone. anyone, even if it's a stranger. But this is not what the channel is about. I don't want to take it somewhere else. Maybe later if I want to, but don't push me to do it. This is not what it's about. People also wants to see my husband on the channel, and this is not also what it's about. It's not only that he doesn't want, but it's also about the point that there's no point on him coming. What extra will it be? Will you be like, yeah, this is my foreign husband, because for you, for them, you're a foreign. This is my foreign husband who I got married to. Watch him. What's the point? No point. But sometimes he's in videos. If I'm vlogging, he's walking by, no problem. And they saw him multiple times. But why do you want him to be in a video? No point. So even though I make a lot of like challenges and kind of videos like Egyptian stuff with like tasting. I want to make a tasting Egyptian food kind of video. These kind of videos, but I prefer doing it with other people because if I do it with my husband, we're too much used to each other. That the video will just be a fight at the end. We'll just be like, do this, why did you say that? Repeat from the beginning. But if it's friends, it's just like, you know, spontaneous. So, the channel is not about me. It's all about India. The first thing, just like you said, the first thing any person needs to do before starting a YouTube channel is to learn who's doing the same. Is anybody else talking about India? And you start from there. So there are people, of course, talking about India, but let's get it smaller. Talking about the Arabic world. How many Arabs are talking about India? I wanted to start a YouTube channel ages ago. And the first thing I started with was a DIY channel. I used to do origami and handcrafts and stuff like that. I made a clock, wall clock. And stuff by hand. It was cool. But I didn't feel like I want to do a video. Not every time.
It didn't push you to want to make that kind of video.
I made like 4 videos and then it became like a duty. I have to make a video so I can post it. And this is not how you should make a YouTube channel. When I came to India, I'm a camera shy person. And I can't sit in front of camera and talk at all. But then one day, I am following all these people who are doing the same things. I told you I found 8 channels. So one of them is a woman who is married to, also an Egyptian. She's married to a guy from Kerala and she's doing cooking channel. Another girl, she's married to a guy, she's Egyptian and she's married to a guy from Mumbai. She lives in Mumbai. That first one lives in Oman. She doesn't live here. The second girl, she lives in Mumbai. She is married to a Mumbai guy. And they do these challenges, fun home videos kind of stuff. Third one is married to a guy, but I don't know from where, but he's an Indian, but I don't know from where. And they live in London. So she's completely different. She's not even in India. And another Moroccan, I don't know also her husband is from where, he's an Indian. And she makes as well home videos. And there is this lady who lives in Hyderabad, and her channel is all about how miserable her life is, and how much she hates her life, and how much she hates being in India, and how much she wants to go back to Egypt and it's a lot better than here, and that she's not happy. And she keeps writing. There is a community tab in YouTube where you post texts, not videos. She keeps talking about all her misery, and people are like, we hope things get better with you, and they keep praying for her and stuff like that. This drove me crazy. I watched her once, I watched her twice. I wasn't subscribed or anything, but she pops up in the suggested videos.
And this is all in Arabic?
All in Arabic. She's Egyptian. And she kept popping up in front of me. I watched 1 video, I watched 2 videos, and then the 3rd video was all wrong. She's saying wrong things about Indians. This doesn't happen here. Maybe it happens in your neighborhood, Maybe it happens in your family, in your Indian family, but that doesn't mean that the billion, 300 million people do the same.
Yeah.
So this drove me crazy. And I don't know why I got angry. It's not even my country. But I just feel like, yeah, I belong here. Even when I go to Bangalore, I feel like I'm going home. So
that's awesome. Yeah.
I don't know why, okay? So I showed the video to Jafar, my husband, and I was like, this is really making me angry. And he was like, you know what? You start a YouTube channel and you prove her wrong. Show people the good side of India. And I was like, yeah, I want to do that. I seriously want to do that. But the problem was that I don't want to be in front of camera.
Right.
So I waited for 1 day, I waited for 2 days. And one night, I was like, I told him I want to shoot a video now. He was like, do it, no problem. But then the lighting and all, and so I waited for the next morning. I didn't have any equipment, just my phone. And I didn't have an experience where to go or where to stay, good background or anything. So our home is very, very small, tiny. And there's no place, good background or anything. So I literally, there is a counter that has cubbies like a wardrobe, cupboard.
Yeah.
And on it, you're supposed to put TV. We don't have TV. And we're putting on it the kitchen stuff, forks and spoons and plates, and a fish tank.
Okay.
So I made this my background. I removed the whole thing that has the spoons and forks and plates, and I moved it somewhere else so it won't be behind me.
Yeah.
And I put the fish tank, and I have little pyramids, and I have something from Chumbak, elephant.
Yeah.
Those Chumbak cute stuff.
Yeah.
And I put them behind me, and I shot the video. The lighting was bad, but the content was good. I was talking about the similarities between Egypt and India.
Yeah.
This was my first video ever. I didn't even have a tripod. Now I have a gimbal, thankfully. I didn't have a tripod, so I got the box from Good Night, mosquito repellent. and Jafar cut it from sides to make it equal, and he used the measuring application in iPhone to know the percentage if it's tilted or not. And he just made it 0 degrees, and it's perfect. And I put it, and I started shooting the video. We just bought a new cooker that had a box. The cooker, you put it inside a box, cooktop. So there was a box, and then on top of it there was the Good Night box, and that's it. I leaned it on the fridge so it won't fall, and I started the video. And I shot my first video, and one of the tips that you should also keep in mind when you're starting a YouTube channel: don't make one video and post, because a lot of stuff can demotivate you. First of all, the time in between videos, you might feel like I haven't posted for a while. The second thing is waiting for feedback that you're not getting, or getting a feedback but it's negative. So a lot of things can demotivate you to shoot more. So at least shoot 5, 6, 7 videos and then post. So my second video was, which is actually the first video I posted on the channel, was my second video.
Okay.
I went to a grocery store and I shot the vegetables, the Indian vegetables that we don't have in Egypt.
Okay.
So I don't remember the names.
Yeah.
He told me at that time. Even the eggplant, it looks different here.
Okay.
Even the cucumber, it's too big here. We have it's too small there.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff. Manga, what is it called?
Mango?
Mangosteen.
Okay, mangosteen.
Mangosteen.
Yeah.
We don't have mangosteen in Egypt. What is that? I don't know. And that was the first video I posted, and that was the second video I shot.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got some videos prepared, 3 or something, and then when I once shot a video at the hub, I have a very good. They have a very good background there. It's all trees and flowers and
yeah, it's nice.
Very nice,
yeah.
And the sunlight and everything, like everything you can dream of.
Yeah.
So people actually go take photo shoots there and weddings and.
Yeah.
So I'm so lucky I have free access.
Yeah.
And I took the first video with my friends there. So the background was amazing, and I decided to shoot every other video there. So one day, I actually went with Jafar and we shot 8 videos on the same day.
What?
Yeah.
So do you normally script your videos? Do you have like, what's the sort of plan that you have? Because I'm losing my shit here with the planning, the right from conception to the time we are planning to post, and we haven't posted yet. Like you said, we're kind of following the same route where we have at least
you're preparing content, then you're gonna post.
Exactly. We have about 5-6 interviews, also have a build up 2-3 episodes, and keep those ready. So that way, at no point can we say that, hey, we have a schedule, we're not going to just randomly start posting whenever we feel like. But we're going to stick to one particular day in the week, we're going to release content because it's key, right?
Okay. First of all, before I tell you about the plan, if you're not a celebrity, you shouldn't post less than twice a week.
Okay.
Less than that, you will not get audience. You will not get loyal audience who will really wait for your content. And that's very important at the beginning. Till at least you get like 100K subscribers, then you can post like once a week. But of course not less than that. Okay. Even if you're a YouTube channel that posts movies, even though movies are like 2 hours, but you should at least post twice a week. If not, then once. And planning, you should first know, of course, what the channel is about. So I told you I found those girls married to Indians who have channels, because there are other girls as well, but they don't have channels. So the first thing is that I overlooked their content and I did whatever they're not doing. So you have to look at the people who are doing the same and not do
similar
like them.
things, right? Yeah.
So, for example, the first one, cooking. So I'm not coming there. I might put a recipe. I put biryani in Eid al-Adha. Okay. So I put biryani, no problem. But that's not the channel. What the channel is about.
That's not the crux of the channel.
Even the shooting way is not a cooking shooting way. It's a kind of vlog recipe. Second one, challenges with my husband. Please watch him. Kind of stuff. Not me as well. The third girl, London, too far. I kept doing that, and I found that nobody's actually talking about India, which is what the channel is about, except that negative lady. which we didn't become friends, but we're texting on WhatsApp. We know each other now. Okay. I don't have a problem with her as a person. She's nice. But her channel is all about this, and she's using this to get YouTube revenue and YouTube subscribers, and people are gonna get bored of you. I got 2 comments literally telling me, you're so positive, we love your channel because it gives us happiness and we smile along the video, while blah 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 makes us feel like we're sad. Literally, just the comment is like that. I don't even, so people who are following me, who see my videos, this woman will definitely pop up in the suggested, because she has the same content, and the other girls as well. So they know us.
It's so funny, right? You're talking about one side of it, and then on the suggested side, like, wait a sec, that's not what Nahla said.
But they want to listen to me because people want to be happy. They don't want the sad one.
Who does?
For example, seeing rain. The last video, I started the video by rain. And I said I went to, it was an Indian accessories video. And I started the video by saying I was going to shoot a video, but unfortunately I found it heavily raining, and I showed people the rain and that I'm holding an umbrella running and stuff like that. This never happens in Egypt. It rains in Egypt in winter, but not that heavy and not that long. To the extent that it affects the electricity. No, that doesn't happen there. So this is something you could show. On her side, she shows the same thing by, oh my God, we can't go out. Look at the rain. When will this be over? I'm so tired of this, and the electricity is out. It's so sad. Continuously. And she posts about it. She posts pictures, she posts videos, all the negative stuff. So people will obviously hate India more. People already hate India. You don't need to make any effort.
That's so true.
You don't need to make any effort. They already hate it. So just be different. And that's what I post about. Planning. Coming to the point. I'm sorry. First of all, the best thing to get ideas about, for example, you are hosting people. So the best idea to get an idea of who to host is actually to look in the comments. And for you to push people to suggest, you should actually do a call to action. So my catchphrase in the video is, hello guys, welcome. If you watch any of my videos, I'll start like that.
That's exactly how it is.
and I say it in a certain way. It's not like, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. No. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is how I say it, and this is how I should say it all the time because it's my thing. So I say before, and then I say what the video is about, and then I say before we start the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to leave me what you want to see about India in the comments.
Right.
That's a direct call to action. This should be in the beginning of the video and at the end of the video. So in case if somebody watched from the middle, he would listen to it. In case if somebody didn't continue the video, he will also listen to it. So beginning and last. Sometimes you can put it also in the middle.
Right.
The second thing is engaging the people with you. This will also bring ideas. For example, Eid video. Eid is a very big thing in Arab countries. So I made 3 videos about it. The first thing is biryani, because it includes meat.
Of course,
The second thing was Indian Eid outfit, because that's a very important thing in Eid. And the third thing was the mehendi. So this is very Indian and very Eid. So, for example, in the Indian outfit one, I posted 7 outfits. I first of all vlogged inside the shop, I vlogged inside the shop and I showed every Indian thing they have. And then I tried 7 outfits and I said, you choose my Eid outfit. I will not choose. And I even wrote it in the title and I said it multiple times during the video. I got what, 700 comments or something? I got a lot of comments. Number 1 looks better on you, but you need to wear something under it because it's showing your arm. Number 7 is amazing because, but you need to wear a different hijab. They kept commenting, and sometimes somebody says like outfit number 2 is looking very good on you. It's very nice. So someone replies to her comment saying no. Number 3 looks better. And it got that engagement, so much engagement. And that is one of the successful videos on the channel. It's very good. And another way of getting ideas is community tab. You only get it when you reach 1,000 subscribers. You don't get it before that. But it's very, very important. You show up in the suggested videos on YouTube when you have more engagement on your channel. It doesn't matter how many views.
Yeah, of course.
So one of the easy ways is the community tab. For example, how was your weekend? And you post a picture of yourself. That's it. Imagine how many comments will come. Before yesterday, I posted a post saying, between brackets, for positive people only, negative people, please don't comment. What is something that you wished for in 2020 that is about to happen or that actually happened and you're so happy about it? That's it. And a picture of myself. And I got 800, 900 comments.
Wow.
A woman got pregnant after 13 years of marriage. A person who got his PhD. Someone who hasn't completed his education but joined back to school. A lot of things, online courses. And you actually, people reply to the people's comments saying, oh, mashallah, that's very nice, we'll do the same. I gave positivity. What am I doing? And what is the other person doing? That other lady doing? Why would somebody go to her channel and not mine? So this is what you should look at when you starting a YouTube channel. It's not something that I learned by heart. That was my job for quite some time. And I have a lot of experience with a lot of YouTube channels. So I saw who works and who doesn't work and how this is benefiting and how this is benefiting. So if you have other platforms like Instagram or Facebook, this is very important as well, especially Instagram, because Instagram is very personal, especially the stories and all. Facebook stories, nobody opened them, I guess. And I don't know why people post on them. I don't know why. I guess it's always a repost from Instagram, actually. So Instagram is very important. Most of the old ladies comment like, we don't have Instagram, please post here on the community tab. Stuff like that, but So personalizing it by Instagram is also a very nice thing to do. So getting ideas for myself, I get all these ideas I told you about, plus mine, plus my friends and family who tell me, why don't you do a thing about it? Or we saw this in a movie. Is this true? I saw people doing this in a movie. Is this true? So I get an idea.
Yeah.
And then I make a video about it.
And that's the thing, your concept itself has...
I will never run out of content
exactly,
in India.
Exactly.
No.
And it's such a... The scale and the range is incredible, right? Because you can talk about pretty much anything under the sun in India. And it can range from anything anyone can ask you, your friends, like you said, it's ideas that you have, ideas that your neighbor gives you, ideas that your family gives you, and ideas that your community is giving you now, which is just incredible.
It's not a common thing also for Arab girls vlogging. There are a lot of YouTubers who are girls in Arab, a lot, but they're mainly makeup, mom content. Family content, they're vlogging, but they're vlogging within family or cooking, of course.
Yeah.
But vlogging, traveling is rare. I can't say I'm the only one because I don't know, but I haven't seen it. There's definitely at least one other girl, I don't know, but there are definitely girls. But it's not common at all. I haven't seen it till now. So maybe in some other Arab country, not Egypt, I don't know. Maybe it's a couple, not a single person. That's why I don't want to get anybody else involved, whether it's my family or my husband, because it's there.
That's not the intention of
it's on YouTube.
the...
Just watch another channel.
Yeah.
So once the lockdown is over, I have a lot of plans.
Yeah.
To going to places showing a lot about India.
Yeah.
But as long as I'm at home, and as long as I'm in Bangalore and HSR, I have to keep vlogging about the things that I have a hand on, like accessories, these kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I think I've covered a lot about India, and people also like this kind of challenge, Arabic challenge stuff. Like I made a video with my friends about Egyptian gestures.
Right.
Like you do stuff. Did you see this video?
No, I didn't.
You do stuff with your hand in Egypt, and the other person will definitely understand it.
Got it.
For example, if I do this, this is a podcast. So you put your hand and you mark with your right hand on your left hand wrist. What does it mean? Do you think?
Stop, cut, I don't know.
This means I need the check in a restaurant.
Oh, okay.
For here you do this, or you just ask for it.
Yeah.
In Egypt you just do that.
You don't pay and you go, no.
So for example, this is one thing. I made what? 8, 10, 12 ones, those sign languages in the video with my Indian friends. And the video, the people loved it because they don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And sometimes you have the same sign things, but for other stuff. So for example, this one is hurry up. For us, I need to go to the toilet. I need to pee, like really bad.
Right.
So yeah, this is the things I can do during the lockdown.
Yeah.
Challenges and
Yeah, but so you just said that you shot 8 videos in one go.
Yeah.
So is it that you have already kind of scripted them? Have you planned them out already?
Some and some.
Okay.
For example, first of all, I got a duffel bag full of outfits, so people won't feel like it's on the same day. That's the first thing.
Right, yeah.
Thank you, Jafar. And the second thing is I wrote there were actually 13 videos, but I couldn't.
Okay.
I was too tired. The last video, I looked tired. I don't even know if I'm gonna post it or not.
Yeah.
So I looked very tired. I shouldn't do that ever again.
Yeah.
So they were 13 videos, but it ended up with 8. And some of them they had to be planned. Some of them weren't. One example is the not planned one is the story behind my parents agreeing to my marriage. That's a video. So because I got a lot of messages on Instagram of the same case, whether Indians or other nationalities, that her parents doesn't agree. So tell me what you did. So it's just the video is talking about that. So that's something I can't plan.
Yeah.
Just like this conversation, you can't plan it.
Yeah.
It's just a chat. So I sat in front of the camera and I said the story, unscripted.
Yeah.
Another video that I had to write it letter by letter is unfamiliar or weird laws in India. Like, why is this illegal or why is this legal?
Right.
This had to be scripted. I had to research it and I have to make sure of every information inside it, and I had to shoot the video like that. So yeah, some of them were planned and some weren't.
Jesus Christ, that's just crazy. I mean, I know the pain that goes into shooting just one video, right? So even with the build up to this series, I was I've already shot 2 episodes where it's just me talking to the camera. And like you said, it's so tough and difficult to look at the camera and talk. And there were instances, with our DSLR, we have this, we have the live mode. You can take a look, you can flip the screen and see that too. So I don't think I mentioned this to anyone, but I'm so focused on looking at that. So
you forget about the other.
Yeah, and at times I'm not even looking at the cam. So it looks like I'm looking right over your shoulder, right? So there's certain instances I'm like, oh no, I need to look back here. So there are things that you don't, know, right? So there are either retakes or that just ends up becoming the final.
And sometimes you're trying to say a word that it doesn't come out.
Yeah, oh my God.
You have to repeat the sentence from the beginning.
Yeah, oh God. Yeah, so I remember the first episode I shot just by myself, and my wife's sitting inside, and I'm just trying over and over and over again to kind of frame together this paragraph or this kind of couple of sentences. And about half an hour later, she comes out. I'm still struggling with the same one. And she comes out and she's like, why are you doing this? I was like, I've scripted it. So I was trying to tell her that I have a process here. I'm trying this out to see whether I can script and speak, because whether I can memorize it or at least try and stick very closely to that. Or do I just wing it? Do I just, speak on the spot? I realized obviously the latter is easier for me to just speak the way I am right now. Yeah, but
that was the case in my the first video I made a voiceover for was the vegetables video.
Mm-hmm.
And I was asking about the names because they were all in Hindi and it was too hard for me to memorize. So I sounded scripted. It was too hard.
Yeah.
But then when I voice over, like those people who just comment on matches.
Yeah.
You just keep talking.
Yeah.
That's a lot easier.
Yeah.
The only problem is what we talked about earlier, when a dog barks in the background or a car passes by.
Yeah.
That's the worst part. But otherwise, you're just talking.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, just cut it and repeat this only part again.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot better. So, yeah.
Of course, there are a lot of challenges and things that go into running a YouTube channel. And like you said, it's about you having to wake up with that intent and that push and that urge to, push content around things that are important to you, close to you. But along with that, I'm sure there are a lot of other issues and a lot of other flack, a lot of, let's say, the negative or the dark side of social media too. So,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so what have you seen there?
Negative comments, a lot of negative comments.
Okay.
They are decreasing, but at the beginning they were so annoying. I don't know if just me or all other girls receive the same, because they will be like, oh, another girl married to an Indian showing India and stuff like that. Or the other category of, why are you even showing such a country? We don't like it. And in front of that, they are not a small amount of people saying this, but in front of that, there are many positive comments.
Yeah.
Like, you're brave, you did that on your own, we love you so much. And I literally get texts like, I love you.
Yeah.
And before that, I created a YouTube channel. I didn't know the meaning of person being like loving someone else without even meeting them. That's something I don't know. I used to ask Jafar, like, what do I respond? I don't know. If I have a relationship with a girl or a guy to an extent that she says I love you to me, that means that we're at least friends or family or anything. So I know what to respond.
Yeah.
But a complete stranger, I don't even know what she looks like on YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't know. So yeah, I got like a lot of comments. Let's say 90% are positive and 10% are negative. But recently, got to know, and this is something that anybody who is listening to me who has a YouTube channel should know, that yesterday or like 3 days ago, I got a comment saying like, it's not, I was making accessories video. That was my last video. She commented, by the way, it's not bangles. It's called Bangri, and you're spelling it wrong. If you don't know anything about the country, just go back to yours. And you're giving us wrong information, and a lot of smiley faces, like that crying, laughing face. And then in the video, I was saying like bangles are too small for me; they don't fit. I was like struggling to put one in. I put them at the end. It was too hard, and I got like scars. So I was saying this, and she was like, "Of course, bangles won't fit your hand because you're too fat." In the comment, the big comment, okay. Then I replied, you can ask any Indian about what the bracelet is called. It's called bangles, not bangri. And for the rest of your comment, that reflects where you're coming from.
Right. Yeah.
That was my reply.
Yeah.
So she was like, oh, really? This is where I'm coming from? What about where you're coming from? And then she started insulting the whole Egyptian people and the whole country.
Yeah.
So I was like, sorry, this conversation got too far. I'm not going to answer you. That's what I replied. Can you imagine what she replied to me? She was saying, I was trying to provoke you to see what you're going to reply. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So actually, some people write negative comments, not
Just,
because they hate you.
Yeah.
They don't even know you.
Yeah.
Why would they hate you?
Yeah.
So they just write negative comments to test your patience. And I have no idea why they want to test your patience.
They don't know you.
They don't know you.
Yeah.
They don't like the channel, just leave. You've got like billions of videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
So you need to just know that before starting a YouTube channel, that not all the negative comments are actually negative. These are just people who have nothing to do. They're just testing your patience, and I don't know why they're doing this.
Yeah, I think that comes with most things, right? Even with anything that you plan to, let's say, focus on or revolve your, let's say, your work around, right? There's always a positive and a negative to everything. And with this as well, the sort of engagement.
But the social media
is, it's very toxic. I can definitely imagine. I've seen a lot of YouTube channels, a lot of Instagram pages just receive the harshest comments, and for absolutely no reason. And there are some comments that don't even kind of tie well
sometimes
with the topic itself.
They can sometimes insult my family.
Yeah.
Do you know them?
No,
Did you ever see them in any of the videos?
Yeah.
They're very respectful people with like very, very good things that they've done in their life.
Yeah.
And you just, I don't know.
It's like you said, right?
What will you gain?
Yeah. No, it's just the fact that, let me see this.
Did you ever do that yourself? Did you ever write a very negative comment to someone?
Me? Person? No, of course not.
Why?
I mean, I'm not even a commenter. Right, I don't even comment. But the fact is, why would you even do something like this to?
If you don't like the video, do you comment?
No, I mean, you just walk away.
Walk away.
Yeah.
The worst thing you can do is dislike. Like if the video is really against manners or against children, you might dislike.
Yeah.
But comment negatively, why?
Yeah. And this is a very a sensitive topic when it comes to people who want to do something like this, do want to start something, but what will that person think? What will, there's obviously there are different circles in your life, right? There are closer people to you in your first circle, and then there are acquaintances and, like strangers. But right from, each, as you go through outward to each of these circles to, people are strangers to you too, but at the end of it, it's like anyone who dislikes or anyone who engages with you negatively, it kind of brings down your,
confidence.
Let's say, exactly. Your confidence, your everything, your entire mojo itself falls. And this is something I was speaking to the guest yesterday, and he was like, I'm a founder of this company and I'm running it, but I have 4 other co-founders who I can always, fall back upon. If I'm feeling low, they're feeling high. If they're feeling low, we're always there to kind of help out. And that sort of dynamic is great. So you should obviously have someone you can, count on, someone you can always talk to, and you need your yes men, or you need a yes people, right? You need
my husband.
Yeah. So
always.
Everyone has, those people. But what you people don't always realize is with that also comes the other side where you always will have people pulling you down.
Yeah.
And that's just part and parcel of it. But
you shouldn't listen to the other people, because actually your husband or your mom or your friend, they know you better.
Yeah.
They know what you're doing and they know what's behind the scene.
Yeah.
They know. Somebody commented on the Eid video saying you didn't actually go to the sheep market. That was your husband shooting because it was all men and all crowded. So I felt like I spent 6 hours on the way to and from there. It was raining heavily. And this poor man who came with me, my husband, it doesn't even involve with him. And he just drove me there. We were fasting. We were so hungry. Yeah. And we did it. And at the end, I get a comment like that. It's so frustrating. But I just ignored it. I didn't even reply to the guy.
Yeah. I mean, that's as it should be, right? Yeah. But that's the thing. I think you should just do it. And if you're the voice in your head, the right kind of people telling you to do something, you just go for it, yeah. Right? And not look back. Yeah. So I think that's a good place for us to, kind of wrap things up. So before we wind up, I ask this of every guest. So what's this one last message that you'd like to put out there? One last thought that maybe from a personal perspective, from a career, from something that you learned, what would you like to tell our viewers and listeners?
That's kind of hard, but I don't want to say a lot of things. But
yeah, you can go ahead.
The main thing is explore. That's it. Just don't listen to other people's experiences. Do your own, and when somebody tells you this is not good or please don't go there, it's not good. Don't listen unless you try. Unless it's actually somewhere dangerous.
Yeah.
But I mean, just don't listen to stereotyping. Don't listen to your parents. I don't want to be that person.
Yeah.
Listen to your parents, but more of like convince them with your ideas. Yeah. Don't be passive, because some people are like, yeah, my mom doesn't want me to go, and they just stay.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
Just convince her.
Yeah.
Move out of the shell. That's my only thing that I want to say.
Awesome. So Nahla, thank you so much for being here. Now, where can people find you? Of course, I will have your YouTube channel, your Instagram page already linked down, but where can they find you?
My name is Noonsway on all social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. It's NOONSWAY. Noonsway. Noon is my nickname. Noon.
Oh, how come?
Noon, Nahla, Noon. Noon is letter N in Arabic.
Oh, okay.
Noon.
Okay, I had no idea.
So letter N, it's not called N, it's called Noon. So
wow.
Noon, and then S is the apostrophe S, and Way is like way, so Noon's Way.
That's awesome. And I'm sure with people whoever's watching this video will definitely go down to your channel, and I've had a ball, watching your content. So yeah, thank you so much for making time.
Thank you.
And we'll probably even pull you back here for another episode.
Please.
But I keep telling all my guests this. So it's, probably when we hit 100 or 200th mark, we'll probably redo the whole thing again, where we get back guests, and it's all comes down to
part 2.
Yeah, part 2. Yeah, or maybe multiple parts. Who knows?
Yeah.
But thank you so much for making time.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's our episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I personally had a ball shooting this one. We had Nahla and her husband here the entire day through the shoot. We also had a couple of videos that she shot for her channel too. So consider subscribing to her channel as well and checking out the content on her channel. Yeah, but like I said, this conversation was very, very different. It was very interesting to get a very different take on Indians and how certain things are probably still the same, irrelevant of where you come from. So yeah, if this is something that interests you, if you're looking forward to the next episode, I'd love if you could leave a comment below. And also another thing you can do is let us know which guest you would like to see on our show next. But just keep in mind that the person should be available to travel to my place, which is in Bangalore. So either look for a Bangalorean or look for someone who can probably make it here, and just let us know down in the comments below. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.